Scene.
Okay. Let's get it. Do you want to do the double clap?
I don't know, do I? Do you? Ready?
That's how we're doing
This
it.
is it. You ready?
This is the moment. Welcome back to the Clurb Podcast. It's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
In the future now, seeing clearly.
We're in the present.
We're in the present.
This will be in the past for whoever's watching it for the future.
Yeah. The future to our
From
previous
the present.
podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's the first podcast of the year. It's now March.
Mm-hmm.
The last podcast we did before the new year struck. And I broke my hard drive and lost all the audio for it.
When was that anyway? Was that before or
It
after
was
Christmas?
In between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh.
But a lot has happened since then.
Yes.
And so today's episode is just going to be a wee catch up. Just
Brief one.
filling you in on how life has been without us.
Yeah.
Without yous.
It must have been good for yous.
Yeah, 100%. So do you want to just talk about what's been going on with you, first of all?
From the new year, let's see.
How are you, first of all?
I'm alright. I'm good. I'm feeling good at the minute.
For now.
I don't know what else this year has to offer for me. I don't even know what. There was something before. Oh, you know what it was? The first day back to work, I felt horrible. Just completely drained. Don't know why.
Exhaustion.
I don't know. I went home that day early. I think I was in work for about a total of an hour. Just went home, went to bed, and slept for like, I don't even know how long. Felt like forever. I woke up at like 8. I thought it was 8 p.m. And I thought it was the next day because
8 a.m.
Yeah, and I had no idea where I was. Completely gone.
Floating.
But I went downstairs, got something to eat, and then I think I was off the next day. Oh no, I can't remember if I was off the next day or not. I think I went in. I'm not too sure. It was a Thursday, and then it was a Friday. So I think I went in. I did go in for Friday because it was only half day.
Got it.
And
what happened?
then it was a weekend. Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I just felt completely done, and then I just felt horrible that whole week after, just like a cold or something. I don't know what it is.
When I first noticed things were going downhill, I think we were having a house party at Aaron's, and just you kept complaining about a sore throat, and anytime you swallowed it would hurt.
Oh, I'm getting there. Don't you worry.
That's where I remember it picking up from.
Oh, I've been in agony this whole year, dying, but so I felt terrible for about, I don't know, a week. Sort of was alright for like maybe, I would say about 5 days. I was feeling back to normal, and then I ended up.
Taking the city off.
I
Keep
think-
going.
Did I go? Right, went to jiu-jitsu. We've been doing that. We haven't really spoke anything about that, but went to jiu-jitsu on a Tuesday, which is when it is. But I was alright, felt fine doing that. And then I got, like, the next day, my throat was a wee bit sore, but I thought that's just because.
We've been getting strangled in jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. So I didn't think much of it. And then I was like the next day and the day after that, it was still a bit sore, but same thing. I thought it was just alright.
No explanation.
Then I don't know if it was really that bad the first week. Like it was sore.
Noticing the symptoms.
It was sore for like that whole week, and then like suddenly out of nowhere, I was in work, and then actually no, a couple of days before it was hard. I was talking about being hard to swallow and all, and I felt like I had like tonsillitis or something. I even went to a doctor's to see what they said, and I let her look inside my mouth, as you do.
I let her inside my mouth, just briefly.
Yeah, just for a wee moment, a wee look-see. But she just looked in and was like, she didn't even say what it was. She just sort of like agreed whenever I
sore.
Whenever I said it, was like, I assumed it was tonsillitis, and I think it might have been, but she didn't specify what it was. Gave me like a prescription for cocodamol and ibuprofen for the pain whenever I'm like eating something. So I had had that before meals, and then it didn't get any better, obviously, because it wasn't just tonsillitis. It turned out to be glandular fever, which is something I've never heard of before.
Bit more severe. You had to go seek more medical advice.
And I was in work. I think I was in work the full day, yeah, because like these hairy bits. I don't even know what you call them. Your glands,
Your
I suppose.
glands, yeah.
They were like, they swole up. They were sitting like out
Picture
here.
a toad that's angry.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I think of, or like a pufferfish. when
yeah,
you're
there you
just
go.
on 'em.
Before and after.
Yeah, but excuse me, but so whenever I got home, I said to my dad about. I don't know if he asked me actually because I've been saying that my throat was sore, but like, no action was being taken. Well, I suppose I went to the doctors, and I
There
thought,
was no.
to be fair, I thought that was good enough.
It's sorted.
But so he just asked how it was, and I said still sore and all that there, and then let him I opened my mouth to let him look at it, and it got worse from when the last time I
God.
noticed it. So he was like that. Whenever he saw it there, he was like, "All right, I'm taking you to hospital, like to Antrim Hospital." Went up, sat for a wee while, not too long. Actually, it was really weird because first of all, I got taken into like see where the reception is.
Yes.
There's like a door beside that.
Triage.
Is that what that is?
The nurse like has a wee quick look,
Yeah.
and then you get sent in.
I went in there, and then they were talking to me, and then they said, I don't even know what they said.
I don't know how you're still alive, son. That's
I wasn't really listening to them because I was like, well, I was sort of listening, but at the same time, you know what, you try to listen too much and then nothing goes in.
yeah.
Like you hear it and then you don't think of what they just said. That happened, so I went out. We were waiting for a bit longer because I was going to someone else after. They finally called my name, so I went, sat on a wee table, just like chilling, seeing what's up.
Perched.
And they were just telling me it was tonsillitis pretty much. He wanted me to stay just one night to see, or so they could put me on like a drip thing. So first of all, they took like 2 blood samples, and then they put the drip on, and that felt really weird. Have you ever been on like a drip?
I think I have, but I don't really remember it too well.
It felt really weird. Like it wasn't uncomfortable. It just felt like cold.
Yeah.
Like it was weird.
Liquid
Weird.
flowing
Yeah,
through you.
yeah. But it was even weirder the second one I got because she said to me that she was like a little late for it for putting it on.
So she just rushed in, stabbed
No,
you, and ran out.
she sped up the
The
flow,
flow? Oh, my
yeah.
word.
So it got really cold, and it felt really weird. But that was whenever I was actually in my room. I sat for ages waiting for the doctor to get back after he put the drip on.
So nervous, he didn't know what to tell you.
Literally, see, because I never go to doctors, right? I was sitting there with the drip on, and then like, I was just looking because
The
there's
drip.
a wee
You got some necklaces.
yeah,
Some
my
rings.
drip just sitting with the
Just
drip
sitting
on.
there with a drip.
I noticed there's like a wee timer underneath for when the drip like runs out pretty much.
Yeah.
It must be for like a doctor or a nurse, so when they hear it, they know. And then it like ran out and it just started beeping, and it was beeping for so long, no one came in, and I was just sitting there like,
I'm gonna
what the
die.
hell is this beeping for? Is this flowing oxygen into my veins right now? I was going to say lungs, but that would make sense. But yeah, so the doctors came, fired me into the room, took 2 more blood samples the next morning. I was also, that's another thing, I never forgot about the people coming in.
What people?
I don't even know what to describe. He must have been a doctor of some sorts, but he just had like a really strange uniform on. He looked like it was all like black, and then there was like a badge on it. It looked like a fire and rescue badge. The best way to describe it, because it was like red, yellow, and black. It's so strange. But he came in with 3 like students that must be learning, like all the nursing
Could be a
stuff and all that
tutor,
there. It could be, I don't know, but he came back in later on his own. But they came in and he was just like asking me a few things, and then he sort of like checking just touching a belt.
Just a wee neck rope.
Just a wee neck rope, right? And then he was like, "You don't mind if I let these 3 people do it too?" And then I was just sitting there like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Don't look like I have a choice when they're all bawling at you.
It was so weird. They were all just sitting there like this, and then he was like, "You don't
Ready
mind."
to learn.
And because I was like, "Alright, I might as well just let them do this so they learn, so they can cure this horrible disease."
Help me.
But I don't know why I was targeting. There's someone out there, as if it's their
They're
fault.
watching.
But so I let them feel away at my neck, but it was so weird because some of them asked me to do stuff, and then some of them asked me to do
Different thing to do.
and the same thing as the last person.
Yeah, they were trying to scope out what
Yeah.
they had just learned.
But it was like, look left, then look right, and then the next person, look left, look right. And then there was one dude that was like, I don't even know what he was trying to do. He was really searching.
Open your mouth. I mean,
Maybe there's something the doctor missed. Done, or you have to take your shirt off now.
see those trousers? They're restricting my learning.
Maybe it's something under the cleats. That's where I need to check. But yeah, that was pretty strange.
Yeah.
And then the guy that was taking them came back later.
Fire and rescue.
And he was like, yeah, one of the blood samples came back positive for glandular fever. And I was like, nice. I don't know what that is.
Explain, doctor.
So he went to get a leaflet on it and what it was and all that, describing it and all that there stuff. But he couldn't find one. So he just got a wee post-it
Go to
note.
Google.
Literally, he got a post-it note and just wrote a website down that would just take me to it. So I went on it and it was saying symptoms. One of them was having tonsillitis.
That sounds so strange to me. One issue is a symptom of another issue. It just seems bizarre.
It is so strange, but I could probably get the website out and read it, but it doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter that much. So it was tonsillitis, and then high temperature as well was another symptom.
Symptom.
But I think it's only 1 degree Celsius up from what it was, but my body temperature was 1 degree Celsius up from what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I think it was 38. I think 37's a medium.
Got it.
But I think anyway.
That was a guess. I had no clue. 34
4 degrees Celsius.
So you were 5 degrees, you're saying?
Yeah. But yeah, that was the whole hospital thing. And then after that,
A wee coincidence happened.
oh yes, that's right. Leaving the hospital, my dad said he'd pick me up. But I think he was in work.
Wasn't able to get out.
So he couldn't he was able to get out, but it just would have been a while.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll just check if Logan was free, just see what he was at.
Me.
So I phoned him. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And he was like, what's up? And then I just said, I'm at Antrim Hospital. Are you free to do me a lift? And coincidentally,
I had just left Antrim Hospital for my own injury.
imagine that.
Not as important as glandular fever or tonsillitis. Just a wee sore toenail went all purple. Had to get a wee hole burnt in the nail. Very disgusting process. No pain, thankfully. But yeah, it was
Wonder
just
what that's like.
very, very strange having left the hospital and then get called back to pick you up. It was just quite funny.
Yes, it's Aaron. I'm in the hospital. They need you back, Logan. They have to take the toe.
Bring the toe back. It's not what we thought. It's got glandular fever. But I could tell you were not having a good time of it when you got in my car.
Yeah.
Obviously, the neck was still
You
toad-like.
saw it. It was so.
You opened up your mouth and it was just the walls of your mouth were caving in and you were just so miserable, minimal conversation because everything just hurt.
I didn't even know what it was. Just and I was so uncomfortable that whole night because I had.
Oh, you had to stay over. I forgot about
It's
that.
not even that. It wasn't even staying over. I didn't mind that. It was see, because the stuff they gave me, which is cocodamol and ibuprofen, the same stuff that last doctor gave me. They gave me a throat spray as well, which literally does nothing. I swear to you, it done
Just
nothing.
makes you taste awful.
It was. I think it was meant to numb it.
Why
a wee
did I
bit.
say makes you taste awful as if I'm tasting you?
Try it.
We'll fix that in post.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah.
Throat spray.
Whenever I was there the night and I had the stuff the cocodamol and ibuprofen and all that, it was making me sweat so damn much, and also the room was
Hot box.
it was literally roasting, because a nurse came in the next morning. She was like, "Oh, it's warm in here," and I was like, "Yeah, it's been like that the whole damn night."
I haven't slept because I'm lying in my own pool of sweat.
I had to like the another thing was there was a nurse that was coming in at night, like in between, just to check. I don't even know, to put like another drip on or something out there.
Make sure you still have the fever.
Yeah,
It just went away.
pretty much. She's like,
Oh, he's faking it. He's faking it. Let's check on him when he's
just to
asleep.
toss me out. But so like I didn't know what to do. Like I got undressed and I was literally just in my boxers because I was that warm, and there was like a duvet and then like a really thin blanket underneath it.
Yeah.
Duvet was off, and I
Oh,
was just
God.
under that thin blanket, and then even then I was still
It's
sweating.
like a fine bit of toilet paper just covering you. You're
I was-
still dripping.
Oh, I can't even explain it. See the smell; it must have been horrible.
Oh, God, I love
'Cause
that
I
nurse
know
that walked in the
no,
morning.
it's not even that. It's all the people that came in too. Because I was just sitting
Oh,
there thinking like, "Oh shit, they must smell this. They have to." And I was just getting paranoid at that.
Because you couldn't shower or anything.
Well, I could have, but it wouldn't really make a difference because I was still sweating,
Yeah.
and that's it was very annoying. The breakfast was nice though; it was good. I was actually able to stay like long enough where lunchtime happened, and then
Ooh.
they said I have to go.
Sounds cool.
It was pretty cool. She said I'd get cake and custard, but it was apple crumble and
What a
custard. I
liar.
know. I didn't care. I still enjoyed it, but it got to me. I don't know why. And
At
I
least
really.
you're able to swallow.
That's true.
Also quite something that sort of piggybacked from that. You lost a bit of weight because of all the sweating from pills and whatnot, and then just mad amounts of fatigue and just exhaustion. So even the past couple of weeks, it's been a
Devastating.
hard life for you.
It was like it was two. I was for the first week was whenever I was sweating so much and like not eating that much either, and I only weigh like 73 kilogram, right, which isn't even that much, and I sweat off 9.5 kilogram.
You didn't have much to lose.
Exactly, and that was just so nuts to me.
You were
It's
cutting
probably
weight like nobody's business.
that's probably I don't even know if like how drastic that is for like a week, but it seemed nuts. And then like my face and all was all sunken in. I just looked like Skeletor, as
You're
Connor
looking
said.
much fatter now, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah,
No, you look healthier now, I should say, because it was a wee bit skeletal.
it was
For a while.
devastating.
You came and visited me in work when you started feeling a bit better. Stayed for
I was
about.
gonna
You were skating for
I
like
was gonna
10
skate,
minutes.
literally,
and was like,
I went
I'm
like
gone.
I went up and down, I think twice, and then I was just
I cannot even pop anything.
I ollied up the Euro, and it felt so uncomfortable. Like it just felt like
Everything's so heavy and just.
literally, I felt like I was jumping with a weight on me. It was so weird.
And everyone was just really worried. Even though like the glandular fever was sort of ending, we were still like, Aaron has no energy, and we're really not liking this at all.
It lasted for about 2 weeks, and then like it was sort of gone, and then that third week was when I came
Completely
visiting on, and I was
lethargic.
just completely done, just no energy.
But you're feeling better now. A little bit
Yeah.
more energy. You're back at skating, back at
Skate.
jiu-jitsu, not back at work.
Yeah, that's right. Lost my job halfway through glandular fever. How unreal is
Great
that?
start to the year, but at least that gave you the time off to recuperate.
I was having the time off anyway,
That's,
whether they liked it or not.
but less stress, and now you just gotta get back on the horse.
Well, I've went to the Thames place, said about going back to the right bus, and I've applied for it. Just waiting for them to phone me back. Phoned them, and they're like, "Yeah, it might take a while before they get told."
Got it.
So I'm like, just waiting now.
Sucks, but you got time to do this.
No, that's right.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mad start to your year.
Yeah, and there's definitely more to come. I already
You
know
just
it.
feel something
I just-
else is happening.
See, from the very first day, that wasn't even because I was. Did I stay here New Year's Day, or did I go?
Yes.
Well, we were partying on New Year's Day, obviously, or
Yeah.
New Year's
Eve today.
Leave today, and then I was in work the day after that, and then that's when I collapsed and I was dead.
Oh, you just
I didn't actually physically collapse.
missed a day. You were not alive that day.
So New Year's Day, the first, was my recovery. Just I didn't even like do anything that day, and the next day I felt dead for some reason.
You're like, oh no, this year it's starting off on
That
the wrong
was
foot.
literally. I was just like, was it that day or was it like? I think it must have been because of that, like the week following, just being ill. I was like, I just feel like
this ain't my year. See you
I
in
just felt like it
2021.
wasn't my year. And in the throat, and then that made it even more cement that it wasn't my year.
What's worrying me at the minute is I've had a sore throat for the past 2 weeks and it's just on one side. And something that I remembered was like you said to the doctor, or she said to you, does it feel like you're swallowing glass? And you didn't really notice at the start, but once she said that, you were like, oh my god, all I can feel is glass in my throat. And I've had that sort of like, just that aching feeling. I'm like, doesn't feel like glass though. It doesn't feel like glass. I think I'm alright.
I think that was when I realised I should stop eating light bulbs.
It's a light meal.
I started laughing at that before I even finished it. That's shit.
But at least you're on the mend. Something that I realised that we talked about in the podcast that will never be aired. I was about to propose to Erin, and in that podcast I'd showed you the engagement ring for the first time.
That's right.
But that was never announced in the actual podcast because that week's section was going to be cut out anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So I was going to propose to Erin, my girlfriend, coming up to 5 years now. I've known each other some time.
It's going to make a really bad joke.
She said yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully. It was nice and easy. Wasn't sweating it at all. No, I'm kidding. It was nerve-wracking. I did the whole ask the parents first. Nerve-wracking. Then I went for the whole proposal. It was a wee bit nerve-wracking too, but I got the yes. I got the big W for the boys.
I mean, like, I'm sure, like, I don't want it to sound cocky, but I don't feel like...
I didn't have a doubt, but there was still
that
that wee nagging feeling where it's
understand.
Like, maybe she's not ready, or like maybe someone's not going to be okay with it. So I was like she seemed excited because we had spoke about it before, and then the process has just started going, and now I have a fiance.
For the record, he never asked me if it was okay, so...
That was a cool noise, didn't mean to make that, but you were too busy suffering.
Yeah, true. Actually, no, it wasn't even.
No, it was like well before.
It was last year.
Yeah.
It was like last year, man.
Last year. But yeah, so that's a thing. I'm an engaged fella.
That's right.
No plans for the wedding.
Hands off.
That's gonna be a while. Hands off, ladies. Don't even look at this side of the screen. Only singletons. This way.
Simpletons.
So that was something that happened for me.
That's big news. That was
what's been going on at the minute. Coronavirus. That's a thing that's happening right now.
There's a wee Corona sticker.
Yeah, that's what reminded me of it. I saw it in the back of your phone. COVID-19 is its I don't know, chemical name, or I don't know, code reference.
I think calling it COVID-19 sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool wee clan tag. COVID-19.
That saying coronavirus, you're like, but saying COVID-19, then you start thinking the world's going to get wiped out.
Get dropped. So
COVID-19 is now in Northern Ireland.
It's now in Northern Ireland. We don't have really anything to worry about because it's aiming for old people, new people, and by new people I mean babies.
Yeah. See, whatever you were saying, we don't have anything to worry about. I thought you were going to make the joke of saying we live in the north of Ireland.
Oh no. Well, it's in Northern Ireland if you want to believe that. So. And if you have a compromised immune system, so that's why I was worried, because I was like,
I'm worried for myself, to be honest.
After glandular fever, you might have a chance of getting it, but I think it's more like severe, like, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but some like lifelong issues with immune system. I think you'll be fine. If you just stop drinking the damn Coronas. You want some Lyme disease for your coronavirus?
It's alright, because like the Lyme that just cures it, you know?
Oh, that's true.
I'm drinking the antidote and the poison at the same time.
See which one wins.
I'll just balance out.
Yeah, but that's what's going on at the minute. Not too worried, but the hand sanitizer is sold out everywhere at the minute.
That's a bit stupid.
Very strange.
Well, it's not, I don't know.
People are using it for a reason to be unnecessarily racist to the countries in which it originated. Like,
really?
Yeah, swear to God. Saw videos on Facebook of, it was a I think a Chinese woman was recording someone sitting in the train like this, just covering their mouths because she was sitting near them.
Oh,
And
right.
then did a wee a fake cough, and she bolted up and moved as quick as she could.
I saw something like that in a video about. Or it wasn't even like at the time. They were just explaining about because she was, I don't know, like from the Philippines or something out there. Their mum coughed or something like that, and some woman got up and just moved from in a restaurant sort of thing. She just got up and moved.
No reason for it whatsoever. Just complete stupid behavior.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to say. But that, yeah.
You can never be too careful, but
So 2020 is off to a swell start.
and World War III, I remember that was gonna happen.
Yeah, can't really remember why that was gonna happen. Still hasn't happened. So
Trump called in a strike on this. I don't even know. It was somewhere in, I think it was Israel. I'm not too sure, but he
killed some general.
he
That's
killed
what
the
it was?
general thing, and then the I don't know, the guy higher up was raging because this guy was
Hit the wrong guy then.
highly decorated sort of thing. Like head of I think he was head of the military, like wherever they strike on places. If you get what I
I
mean.
get you, like the task force.
Yeah, something like that. We're not too knowledgeable.
Oh, we have
on
no
this,
clue what we're talking about.
But
But
I'm like briefly trying to remember what it was about.
the memes were good,
Yeah, the memes were really
regardless
good.
of what actually happened.
But that was the whole problem. They were getting mad at each other, and then it sort of went away.
That's pretty good. What else has been going on? This is something, the future of 2020, things coming up for us. As we said, we've been doing jiu-jitsu a lot.
Oh yes. Oh,
We've got our first jiu-jitsu competition coming up. You guys went to a jiu-jitsu event that I ended up missing.
a grading event.
So people were getting promotions in their belts and stripes added to their belts because that's a sort of ranking system in jiu-jitsu. I didn't get to go, so I have no stripes.
Missed it.
I am still private level.
Well, you were only getting started then.
Yeah, because I've been working a lot more. Same job, just taking on as much hours as I can. So I would be going to jiu-jitsu once a week, and you guys have been going
typically
twice
on
a week,
Tuesday.
which means you're getting an extra class on what I'm learning. But thankfully, Glandular fever took him out of action.
Yeah,
I caught up for a wee bit and got some new moves.
Even then, like I think in January, I was still like I was out of it for a bit because feeling sick from that first
just
week
not
sort of thing.
You actually had your first jiu-jitsu class again. You went back.
I was last Tuesday.
Gym's all changing.
Was it
Shout out
last
to Heat MMA in Antrim.
Oh,
Martin
yes.
Begley, the main man.
It's looking good in there now. So it is.
So we got our first competition. It's first week of April, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it the 4th or am I thinking the other one in March?
I think.
Or no, in May. I mean.
I think it's in that.
I think it's the 4th of April.
It's a Saturday. So we're gonna be taking part in that. It's gonna be before my work shift, so I'm gonna have to not hurt myself in the competition if I have to survive work.
I think you'll be alright. Like I don't think anything serious could happen.
But I'm very excited for it because it's a big learning experience.
Touch wood there.
I know for a fact that we're gonna lose a lot of fights.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. My aim right is just to get at least one win
Yeah.
because I don't know who we're going against. And
We know not
we
don't-
know not what we're
we
doing.
not know who we fight. We don't know who all is participating and sort of like the standards. We know there's weight categories.
Yep.
So I think most of us are going for the same class, unless we develop glandular fever and have to drop down a couple classes again.
Yeah. Well, we'll get in contact with someone.
Slimming world to the extreme, glandular fever.
They've been slipping glandular fever in their Weight Watchers courses.
But I'm very excited for that. Something I was hoping to talk to you about. I never really prefaced before we started recording, but it's doing the podcast a bit more regularly. Because we were doing it sort of weekly, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure to have topics and be funny week by week. So if we try to do one once a month, so that we have some stuff to talk about every time.
Preparation to it.
So we've missed 2 months this year, but this will make up
for it.
We can maybe do 2 in March just to kick it off, but gives us something to strive for and have a bit more regular content coming out. So
yeah.
That's kind of all I
we'll
had to
aim
talk
for
about
that.
so far. Have you got anything you want to bring up before we...
I don't know, to be honest. I've been watching The Punisher. It's good. I don't know. I've been going to the gym, I suppose. That's another thing. Getting back in that. So this is actually going to be... You know what this is? This is going to be...
Keep yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You're talking...
Every time we do a video of this, I'm going to look bigger.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and bigger.
His neck is going to be more swollen.
By the end of next year, I'll be looking like Schwarzenegger. Not true. Arnie. I lied. I'll still be looking like this.
Arnie's.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, one more thing.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ross Moore.
Ooh.
Guy, long-time friend of mine, used to be in a band with him. Hadn't seen him in literally, I think, a year and a bit, maybe even 2 years, because it just feels like it's been so long since we've socialized.
It could be.
Because I don't think we saw him at Halloween or anything like that. So, messaged me 2 nights ago, just being like, "Yo man, come to the house." Having a few drinks. Ended up going to the house, having a few drinks, and it was a class time. So now I'm catching up with old homies, and
yeah, it was good.
Just thought that was a good thing to mention. Look after the ones that are close to you. Make sure they're all doing okay. Tell them you love them. See them as much as possible.
Whoa.
Because that was something else that happened. Kobe Bryant passed away.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That hit me really hard. Don't know why. Not even a big basketball guy.
I
was messaging everyone, being like, "Yo, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you're okay. Thinking about you a lot." So just take care of those close to you, because that was actually mad.
Devastating. It was pretty nuts.
Like the whole world was just like shook for like. Sad to say that it was only like a week, and everyone's kind of over it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
but
get what you mean. I feel like it's still some people, like ones that like really
very close to them.
Yeah. How long ago was that? Was that in January?
I could have been, yeah.
That's nuts. February went by like nothing, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't even remember. It was whoa. We're in
March.
Finished finished the first week of March. That really confused me there.
What?
Because we're on the 8th now.
You just said the 3rd week of March.
So I meant the first week of March.
I was like, what? I look back at the calendar.
This just starts ticking itself off. Because I knew it was leap year as well, so we had an extra day in February, and it still felt so short.
Did we?
Yeah.
Jesus.
February 29th. Oh yeah, my birthday, 2nd of March, just passed, and now I'm 22. We throw back to the old YouTube channel, was That Hat Guy 22. So I'm officially...
Your PlayStation name's Logan 22?
Yeah, that actually, we talked about it in the podcast. I came up with that username like 5 years ago. Don't know why I picked 22. I think it was one of those randomly generated ones that Google did.
Maybe this is the year I die, because you turned 22.
Maybe it's the year I die?
No.
So
we'll see if you get glandular fever.
Had a good wee birthday. Saw family, both sides of the family. Hung out with friends and just had a nice sweet chill time. And I'm 22. Feels no different than 21.
No.
Just hopefully I am less susceptible to illnesses and injuries.
Fuck, what's that one?
Actually, sorry, before you start, I have a funny story about what happened the day before seeing Ross.
Yeah.
Ended up going to Aaron's brother's house, Ben. Had a couple of drinks of his.
Yeah, no, this is...
Just casual drinks and board games. Nothing too crazy. I've just been recovering from, as I said, the toenail injuries, which happened through skateboarding.
Both times?
Yeah, both of them. So, skateboard chopped the first toe, went to the hospital, got it drained. Yeah, proper chopped out till it went purple. There was so much pain in those first 2 nights. I didn't sleep the night that happened. I just couldn't. Anytime something brushed against it, there was so much pressure and pain. It was keeping me up.
Oh, gee.
Went to the hospital. They advised... No, sorry. Went to the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. Went to the chemist. They told me to go to the doctors. Doctor told me to go to the hospital.
The chemist?
Yeah, because I was like, maybe they'll have something. They'll know what to do.
Advice.
Basically, they burn a hole in the toenail, drain the blood out of it, and as soon as he put that wee hot needle thing through my nail, all the pain went away. Blood starts flowing out, you get it all cleaned up, and then it just heals itself. So it was pretty cool. A week later, happened to the other toe, but luckily the doctor told me how to do it at home. Heat up a paper clip and just do it yourself until it's like glowing hot.
Why do you use a paper clip?
because it's a slightly thicker end than a safety pin. I did it with a safety pin because the paperclip I had wasn't going red hot. So
Wasn't it?
yeah, I don't
Fake
know.
metal.
There might have been some weird coating on it that was just stopping. I don't know. Did it myself, so now both toes are drained and not painful. But they're both different colours. One's purple and one's like blue at the bottom half, and the top half looks like a normal nail. Regardless, skateboarding causes other injuries such as rolled ankles.
Yes.
Haven't had a good rolled ankle from skateboarding for a wee while.
Come close.
Touch wood.
Close.
Yeah, it's very, very common. So back to the drinks. We're having drinks, playing a few board games. Actually playing the Game of Life. The board game. Never played it before. Really, really cool. Ben and Dale have a very retro version of it where it's the sort of older edition that has like wee 3D buildings that you plot into the map. It's actually really cool.
Oh.
Older viewers may know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But so we're playing the Game of Life.
Shout out pensioners out there.
I went to go to the toilet, just nice and easy. I thought, I'm not going to make anyone move. I'll just climb over the sofa. Didn't I roll my ankle on my way over the sofa? I tried to do it so I just step right over, and as my toe touched the ground, all the weight just went burp, and because I was traveling over the sofa, the other leg was already up in the air, so I crumbled just on that ankle. I also hit the glass table that was behind me, and I was shitting myself in case that shattered. Thankfully, nothing happened.
What'd you hit it with? Your elbow
like my
or something?
back, and like somehow I scraped. I swear to God, somehow I scraped like the front of my left shin. Like it was such a strange fall.
Oh Jesus!
And I was so embarrassed. I thought everyone was gonna be like, "Wow, he's so drunk. He's such an idiot."
Oh, he's steaming. He's only had like one.
Their dog Chewy, he went absolutely ballistic. He just like sprinted over and was like, "What the?"
And started chewing.
What the hell was that?
It's like his name.
Then I got up, went to the bathroom, and just had a wee silent sob. And it was so sore walking on it. And it didn't feel that bad at the start, but when I got home, the size of my ankle, it was like a golf ball.
I bet you felt like I was roasting too.
Yeah. It was just really squishy, and like that fluid had just got to it where
I hate that feeling.
It felt like someone had just put a wee golf ball under the skin, and I have a photo of it, but it's not a very nice photo.
No, I don't know what it was about it.
Because I was sitting on my bed, and like my feet were pointed as well, and you can see both the messed up toenails and the two. Well, like my left ankle's already pretty messed up, and the right ankle was just right ankle. The right ankle was twice the size of the left ankle.
It looked like a photo from like a forensics lab.
Of a corpse.
A corpse, yeah.
So that was an embarrassing wee moment that just happened.
What we said about scraping your shin reminded me about you doing the jump delay thing.
Oh, had a really bad. I still have the scar from it. I'll get a video of us doing
the jump thing.
To put in this. It's something that we do in work. It's quite a high ledge. We try to jump up it, but leave our feet hanging below the peak.
Yeah,
for as long as you can. And then pull them up as quick as you can straight after that. We were doing it for ages, doing it nice and clean, getting really long gaps between pulling our feet up. And I was just thinking about, wow, what if I messed this up so bad? Went to do it again. I don't know why. There was no reason, no rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. And didn't I just scrape my shin right down the corner of the wood the whole way down? And I was just like, ah! Everyone was laughing. It was all great crack. I was laughing too. It was so bloody stupid.
I was laughing because your reaction straight away made me laugh. Because I don't even know what you're doing. You were like,
I was fuming at myself. I was like, how could I let this happen?
Devastated that it happened.
How could I let this happen?
Funny, and I felt so bad because it looked
shin absolutely shattered. Like not shattered. It was just covered in blood, but it wrecked. It was bad.
Me jumping from one side to the other, like trying to do that delay.
Oh
thing.
Yeah, because then you've
and
got
then I
a
just
drop
fell.
to worry about as well.
Just fell and like my arm hit it, but it wasn't sore. I was just thinking if I was over a bit and I just hit my ribs on it or something. Like that. It was so dumb. I don't even know why. I thought about doing it and I went to try it straight away. No, that didn't work.
Boys have men in general, I'm assuming, have some very strange ideas And like we always just seem to put ourselves in positions to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like there was no need for us to do either of those stunts.
It's just to see if we can do it. Like, it's a thought. It's
You're
an
not
idea.
gaining anything from it.
But it's an idea.
And
You're proving to yourself that you can do something you put your mind to. Stupid or not.
go men, stupid or not. Yeah, that's a lot of dumb things we do.
True. Trying to board side again on the skateboard.
Oh yeah, drained energy. Aaron lost sort of his skate potential.
Yeah, whenever I had that glandular fever, it said I would be like
fatigued for
6 weeks after.
That's a long time to be tired.
And I wasn't up for that.
You didn't believe it. You didn't believe it.
Straight, I didn't believe
felt
it.
Better?
I felt alright. I felt okay, but that was when I wasn't doing anything. Whenever I went to skate, it just like took so much energy to do anything, like push, ollie.
It was
anything.
so frustrating as well because it felt like as the group, you, Connor, Dave, myself, and the guys that we've been skating with from the Joyalists as well, we've been pushing each other and building up our skills, and we're getting a lot better at skating just in general.
Yeah.
And then to have your memory of your skating to be at such a high peak, but your actual physical capabilities to be so low, like you were like ready to kickflip every time and do tray flips like it's nothing, but your body's just not giving you the energy or the pop or the lift that you need, and it was so hard to watch. And that's
so
why
frustrating.
That day you came for 10 minutes, I was just like, this is not good. Something is seriously wrong.
It was just so. It was. I just couldn't. It was annoying. I just couldn't move pretty much. Whenever I got to doing it.
Yeah. It was as if your brain was jumping and then your body was like trying to keep up. It's so bizarre.
I was thinking about how I did it before, sort of thing, and I feel like I just sort of like gave it less effort because I was able,
used to it.
Yeah, and then that's why it felt so strange. So like it felt like I was getting dragged behind.
You had to put so much effort in whenever you're fatigued. Such a strange word, fatigue.
But one of the tricks that I used to do before, which is a board slide, it's simple enough. Like once you just get over the fear of doing it, I now have that fear back again of trying to get onto the rail for some reason, and with the memory of doing it before, it doesn't help.
Yeah,
I just can't. It's annoying, but I feel like I'll be able to get it whenever we get. Like, say if I'm like skating with you or Connor or something like that, I feel like I'll just get on it.
Get the hype.
And do it. It's just whenever you're
Do you feel like you're at that stage now where it's going to get back to normal?
Yeah.
Like you could just go out and just skate and be okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the gym, how are you finding the gym? Was it affecting you? You didn't go to the gym when you were sick, did you?
No, I only started going I must have been last week. I think I started going because I was going to go like really hard at it whenever it happened, whenever I got glandular fever. And then that like put on hold for so long.
Yeah.
And then I ordered gym shoes and all. And then I was just like, alright, I'm just going to start going.
ASAP.
So I went with Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew.
Shout out Matthew.
Killing it at the gym right now as well.
He's been going for a good time now. There's a saying that I keep on repeating. It's not really a saying. It's like, it says that it takes 21 days to break a bad habit, 21 days to start a new one. Not there. I keep saying it. Just as a joke, even to Matthew, but now it's just become a thing.
Yeah, you've been saying it for 21 days, and now it's a habit.
Yeah, we gotta break that bad habit.
That's so funny.
But so he's been going for more than 21 days, so it's a habit now for him to go.
Yeah, that's good. Has he been going every single day?
Not every day. I think he takes breaks and it's like
when your body needs that recovery time.
Yeah, I feel like some weeks he'll go like 5 days, and then some weeks he'll go 4 days, sort of thing.
Got it.
But I think he said he's doing it for like 6 weeks now. I think he's been going to
That's pretty cool. I thought you started at the same time, but he's obviously been going.
Yeah, he was going
more.
The reason why I went with him is because, see, whenever I start up at the gym, I have the plan of what I need to do, but I don't plan it out, like about getting like a workout routine, sort of.
Yeah.
Knowing what I'm gonna do on the day, and then like working out
Meal
with
prep and all
that as well. That's another thing, but I still sort of not really doing that because it just
my struggles with the
everything.
gym. I really enjoyed the gym when I was there. Didn't enjoy paying for it. That's obviously one big struggle, but I also, when I was working out in the gym, I wasn't certain what muscles I'm affecting or if I'm doing it right. Because then there'd be some days where I'm not feeling any pain and I'm like, was that even a successful gym session?
Yeah.
Other days I'm feeling intense pain and that'll put me out for ages. I'm like, God, there's no way I'm doing any of this right.
But I don't know. What do you mean? How, like, intense pain? What do you mean?
Like, well, obviously I know muscle pain is part of it because you're tearing your muscles and then they're rebuilding, but like, it'll last for like a week or two. I'm like, what is wrong with me? What did I do?
I don't know. Maybe it might be, I don't know, just like the lactic acid isn't like going away.
And it's just when you said lactic acid, saw a really interesting video about a guy whose body doesn't produce lactic acid and he can run forever and not get tired.
I think, is that a video about some dude
doing mad marathons and stuff? How impressive is that?
That's nuts. I think I've seen that actually.
It's pretty cool. Also, issue in the gym. Can't really pick up weights very well because of my gammy wrists. Right. I don't know how long ago it was since I broke my wrists, but I still, like, even just bending them up like that, I can feel pain. You also have the same sort of thing from when you spell skateboarding, but it doesn't seem to be as
I don't even like it
bad anymore.
Yeah, I can sort of, I actually can't do like push-ups now and it's not sore.
I still struggle.
Or like sometimes it clicks and it feels, I get like an uncomfortable feeling. It does feel a wee bit uncomfortable when I'm doing it, to be fair, but it's not like that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as before. So, but I think that's because I wasn't doing anything that whole time I had glandular fever.
Got it.
So it's sort of like let it rest or heal a bit.
For once.
Because usually I'd be doing something.
You're either working or falling on it again.
Or falling on it, yeah.
Oh, yo, big story about jiu-jitsu as well. Not that big, but
big story.
Aaron missed the session, and Connor and I still decided to go and get some fight on
without me.
Learning some new moves, this, that, and the other. Had a wee rolling match, a wee bit of sparring towards the end of the session.
As we do.
Connor and I had a nice, good roll. Brioche bun. No, I'm joking.
I was gonna make it.
Our coach Marty was giving us tips as we were going. Then he sort of was cornering me and was like giving me advice while Connor was defending. Didn't help him. Finished the fight as a draw. Oh no, Connor ended up winning. Connor ended up winning the first one because I'm a little bitch.
Weenie.
He triangle choked me after I escaped the first one. Got me back in it. Put me through it again.
Connor's triangle choke is like my collar choke. Like
it's coming whether you want it to or not. So Connor won. It was a really intense one. It felt really good. And then Marty was like, right, rematch, I'll corner Connor. So I already knew I was losing this one. So I set up a plan to get my nose in the way of Connor's hand whilst we're fighting for grips. Nah. Connor and I were fighting. I had his wrist. And I don't know if I pulled him up or he tried to break out of the grip, but just karate chopped me right in the nose. And it was one of those ones where it hit you and you just feel stuff coming. And I leant over and just blood just instantly. So I was catching the blood. Connor's hands were below and Marty was trying to keep it off the mats. I didn't know whether to go over to the carpet and bleed on it or just bleed on the mats and try to clean it up. Absolute honker got smashed. Like, this was my nose just slapped, covered in blood. Marty came up to me and was like, here, let me have a wee look at it. Just feeling it to see if anything was wrong. I didn't know at the time. He said to me he was going to break it back into place if it was out, which would have been very scary. So I'm glad he didn't tell me. But luckily no breaks, and once the blood stopped, I just got back into rolling and finished on a no-gi roll.
Ooh, oh, that's right.
With Dylan,
yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully next time I go, which will be this Thursday, I don't get chopped in the face.
Matthew's going. The guy we took on Tuesday. He's going on Tuesday.
Class. I'm not going to be on Tuesday, but
I hope
he goes well.
It depends if
it goes well.
He needs I think he's doing like so he's doing something with his uni, but I'm not sure if he gets home or if he gets back in time. He said he'll go, but he doesn't know what time he'll be back at, sort of thing. So he'll let me know.
It's becoming a very big passion of mine, getting into jiu-jitsu, and like it's competing with skateboarding a wee bit. I obviously, working in a skate park, I have a lot more time for skateboarding, in the sense where I can go and unlock it and do it whenever I need to.
Yeah.
or when I'm really busting to skate, whereas jiu-jitsu I've got to sort of rota it in whenever I'm free. But the fact that I have friends that are big into it as well, like yourself, Connor, Matthew's going to start.
William wanted to start.
And Dan, he mentioned about coming with us as well.
Thomas?
I think
that's right, yeah.
I think he's coming potentially the next time we go, because he also started the gym.
Yeah.
And he's sort of building up his knee strength because he had bad knee problems apparently.
Oh, that's because
so we're probably gonna have a good squad going to jiu-jitsu, and it's just really exciting to have like another hobby.
Other people.
And it's just it feels so satisfying, like learning.
Yeah.
Like even when you lose, it's just like you're figuring shit out, and it's just I love watching back our fights. Our
watching
roles.
videos. Yeah.
If we can get a good videographer get someone just recording each match, it's so interesting seeing where you could have done something or how things could have been played
or what you did wrong, sort of thing.
Exactly.
We've got one video of it.
That was just me, yourself, and I said that really weird. It was me.
There's two videos in because it's the one Marty recorded, just when he was walking
Facebook
around
live, yeah. And then the one that I got Connor to record for us, which was good.
Need to get more of those. I think
that's going to be a possibility because I have our full fight, that first one. I still haven't posted it anywhere other than Instagram, so I could put that on YouTube or here even, and get a couple more. Sort of, we could do breakdowns of the fights.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
That would be quite cool. Explaining our thought process. Marty has seen our podcast.
Our drop my knee in his head.
Our jiu-jitsu coach has seen our podcast and said there's sort of a gap in the market per se for mixed martial arts podcasting or like anything about the topic really. So I think that would be quite interesting to have something fight centric or like
bringing like some sort of light over it.
Yeah,
just talking about it. Just
two absolute noobs figuring it out and thinking we're better than everyone else.
It'll be like those ads, like noob, and then on one side of explaining it, and pro.
That's how Mafia works. Those ones.
Level 1 crook.
But yeah, that's pretty much a quick life update. Coming at you from young Metronome. That's just how 2020's been going. Hopefully, a few more podcasts coming soon. Hopefully, Aaron gets a job. Hopefully we don't get a coronavirus.
Yeah.
Hopefully we win our competition.
That'll
be a good one. We could video the process of that.
That's a good point. I was thinking just after it, just do like just a summary video. But if we record, then we could sort of like do what you were saying
before, during, and after our first competition,
and explaining what we're doing, sort of thing.
Look at this brainstorming on the fly. Apparently, you're not allowed to say brainstorm anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I think it is not politically correct. It's not a politically correct term. I think it relates to something to do with seizures or like fits are referred to as brainstorms. And I know that sounds so stupid. It sounds like I'm just waffling, but
stop it.
Like
stop waffling.
Having a brainstorm on a page, you're not allowed to say that anymore. And that's my phone has been going like mad. My work group chat is just messaging constantly. My watch has not stopped vibrating,
really?
And I keep seeing notifications coming up on the screen.
I heard like a ding there.
So I think we're gonna call it a day there. Thanks for watching the podcast. Shout out to anyone who's actually watching this one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's been a while. If you enjoy, leave a like. Where can we find you?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot we've done this. Instagram @CallBevy, and that's
pretty much
I can't even remember. I think it's spelled with 2 V's. I don't want to be...
Yeah, BEVVY.
BEVVY.
You can also find me on Instagram @LoganCare22. Also, the Clurb has its own Instagram account where we sort of chop up some of the videos and put clips of it.
Hasn't been active in a while.
Definitely not. There's about 6 videos and that's it.
But they're good videos.
The Clurb Podcast on Instagram as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. That was so random. Why do we do that?